Yeah. Our freshman year, we were, all right, and last year we weren't as good, and so it feels good to be 5-2.
Tell me about this last game against Atlantic. You guys kind of didn't run them up on it, but you dominated, I guess. What was that like, being the dominator there? Maybe in terms of the other way around, other than the other way around, I guess.
It felt pretty good. We knew what we were gonna do from the beginning, and we went into the game being angry, and we knew that if we did what we've been doing all week in practice, we'd get it done.
In same respects of how you've played, you guys' first 6 games, they're also close, I guess. So was it nice to just kind of relax there in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, it was nice. We were able to get everybody in the game, and I think that was good for even the younger guys, so they get a taste of what it's like to play in a varsity game.
What would you say about this year's team compared to the couple, last year before? What's the difference?
We got really good leaders. Not that we didn't have good leaders before. It's just we're tired of losing. That's the best way to put it. We know what we need to do to get it done. We work hard in practice. We're always talking, and we know what we need to do.
Can you talk about your year so far? How you feel you performed, and how you feeling how things kind of gone individually for you?
I feel like I've done a pretty good job. Been getting the ball a lot. Been doing pretty well with that. We've got a lot of guys on the team that have been doing a really good job and been doing good for our team.
West Central Valley, I know they've struggled quite a bit, but you can't overlook anybody, I guess. Tell me about the mindset going into that.
We gotta beat them. Obviously, we're looking at them and Kemper. We just gotta beat them.
It's really, you just got to know your assignment. That's our goal every week, is just to get aligned, assignments, and attack every week.
Did you, coming into the year, did you feel like you were kind of primed and ready to have a season like this one?
Yeah, I felt like I was pretty ready. I just stepped up, really.
I know you've got 5 wins so far this season. As I kind of said to Logan, you've accomplished a lot to this point. I know you have big things going ahead, but can you just talk about the feeling of accomplishment of being 5-2 here, going in and playing 2 big important games to finish out the year?
Oh, it feels great. It really does. Last year wasn't too good of a season, so it just feels really good for Shen to bounce back and have a winning season.
I'll ask you kind of the same thing I did to Logan about what's the difference? What's the difference this year compared to last year or previous years?
It's the intensity. Everybody's they're fired up and ready to go every game.
Nick and Logan, thanks a lot, guys.
Yep.
Yeah, we're not satisfied. Obviously, these 2 games are very important, but we're happy with the kids. They've been a fun group to coach, and they're playing well, and we're excited about the last 2.
Kind of dominating Atlantic the way you did compared to your first 6 games where it was always close pretty much, and except for Riverside wasn't close, but other than that, you've probably biting your fingernails all throughout the year. What was it nice to just kind of relax there in the second half and fourth quarter?
Yeah, it was nice to get everybody in the game and see the schemes work. We didn't call too many plays as far as the variety of plays that we were pretty content on doing what was working. But yeah, it was nice to see the kids have success and have it that way, and be able to put points on the board and play well on defense.
I'll ask you the same thing I asked those 2. Compare this year to previous years. Obviously, you've won more games. So what's been the difference there?
Yeah, I'm going to attribute it to obviously the kids, number 1. But number 2, the coaching staff and the people that are in place are committed to our kids, and just the knowledge of football, and having kids back that had played significant roles as juniors and being seniors this year. I always say you're only as good as your leaders, and especially your seniors. And so last year we had 3 junior captains, and obviously Andrew Gray's not playing this year. He's injured, but we return our junior captains. Obviously they're seniors this year, so the seniors and a lot of the coaching staff that's in place have done a heck of a job.
Kind of along those lines, I've talked a little bit on our scoreboard shows about just teams that have systems, what they're going to do every single year, and it's no surprise when kids come to the come to the field. This is what the offense, this is what the defense is going to be, and it's not much really changing. You feel like that's a big important aspect because these just comfortability and familiarity.
Huge. I mean, consistency. That's going to allow kids to be competitive and be aggressive, and that's something that we've been searching with, and able to have a coaching staff that understands and believes in everything that we're doing, and obviously the coach, the kids buy in as well. So just the overall buy-in and truly having a scheme has paid dividends this year.
I'll ask you about the kids I just talked to start Logan. Big, he's got some big rushing numbers this year. That probably no surprise to you. And he's one of the captains too.
Yeah, he is a senior captain, and he's a kid that's gonna work awfully hard. He's gonna run hard, and he's excited about Shenandoah football. He wants to be successful, and that's what he's getting. Nick
Swanson, for me, he's a guy that came out of nowhere this year, but probably not for you. Can you talk about why he's been so good there going after the football?
Generally, I don't make too many phone calls over the summer. I feel like it's the kids' initiative to get in here and lift weights and do those things over the summer. But he was somebody that I knew that had the ability, just because of his natural ability, to be physical. But he's done an excellent job, and so he's going to continue to get better, and he'll do a nice job these last 2 games.
Is this somebody you called in the summer and said, "Hey, if you work, you're going to be a big player for us"? Or?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think that every kid needs to have that belief from the coach. But I think that he was somebody that was somebody that we needed to step up, and he's done exactly what we hoped for him to be able to do.
Rest of the guys, and you talk about your other senior captains there that have led the way for you.
Yeah, Taylor Rogers. We talk about the weight room and those things. I mean, as far as being leader in the weight room and those things, there's not anybody better than him, and it's just exciting to be able to see him have success on the football field because he's somebody that's a true leader, does it the right way on and off the field, and he's just a great kid. And Jake Johnson, he's somebody who's going to compete and fight, and I just remember saying at the beginning of the year that you win with people like that, and a lot of the success goes to those kids, and then Logan's the other senior, and then we have an honorary captain every week, but those 3 seniors along with the rest of them have done a terrific job of leading.
West Central Valley, it's a winless crew, and I know you've got a big game next week, but you're always focused on this game 1 right here.
Yeah, we're in attack mode. We said that this last 3 game stretches, these are 3 games that obviously we want to win, and it's one at a time. And luckily for us, we feel like there's enough similarities in these 2 teams as far as offensively what they do that we can start to scheme for the big picture of what we're trying to do, and that's a huge advantage for us. But we can't lose sight of this week and the one that's in front of us right now. But we're going to do a lot of things that we feel like are going to be able to carry over to the last week of the season.
You're big favorites, obviously. I don't think that's any secret in this game. So what do you look for from your team most of all in a game like this?
Well, execution is number 1, but as far as just being more aggressive, a lot of times when you get into a situation where maybe people aren't as aggressive across from you, it's easy to play slower. We really want to see how fast we can play this game and how physical we can be for 48 minutes. So the main thing is just going to be put the pedal down, attack, and be as aggressive as we can. And the execution and the schemes we're confident in, but we just got to execute them even harder.
Coach, appreciate you taking time. I know this was you got a lot going on today, so thanks a lot and good luck to you guys.
Thank you very much.